We got the hubby plus the wife to the life. All together now, we gotta keep it tight. We're checking up, we're checking in, so together we can win. We're connected now, so let's turn up the mic. We got the hubby plus the wife to the life. All together now, we gotta keep it tight. We're checking up, we're checking in, so together we can win. We're connected now, so let's turn up the mic.
All right, everyone.
All right.
I am Brian, along with my lovely wife, FeFe.
Hey, hello, y'all.
Hey.
I am so glad about today. You know, we've been walking this thing, babe. We've been talking this thing. We've been praying this thing. And now it's time to make our podcast official. So today we want to welcome you to the Hubby Wife Life Podcast. Yay!
We're here.
We're here, y'all.
All right. We're going to start off with getting to know us questions.
Sounds great to me.
We're going to start off with a few of those. You know, we're going to start off light, just have a little bit of fun.
Okay. Let's pop the questions.
Okay. Let's do it. Okay, so what is your favorite meal? One of your favorite?
Okay. One of my favorite meals would be tender and juicy pot roast with some cheesy baked mac and cheese.
Oh, gosh. You're making me hungry.
I know.
Hungry.
I know.
Okay. For me, it would be a New York strip,
Right?
medium well,
Mm-hmm.
with some loaded mashed potatoes,
Uh-huh.
some mushrooms on the side.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, that's it, all the way.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So they're really gonna get to know us. So okay. All righty. Well,
Yeah. Okay. That's good. Okay.
what else you got for me?
All right. What is your favorite way to relax? How about that?
So my favorite way to relax, I love fresh air and water. When you have fresh air, whether it's a poolside or a lakeside or ocean, I love water. And to top it off with a sunset at that ocean or that lake, that's icing on the cake. I love that. And to add to that, a little bit of jazz playing in the background.
All right.
Yes,
That
that's my
good.
favorite way to relax.
Okay.
Favorite.
Let's see. For me,
Mm-hmm.
I guess my favorite way to relax would be to listen to a good book on.
Right. You love books.
I love books on tape. So I'll settle in, man, and just get lost.
Yeah.
Especially,
yeah.
you know, with different stories and you know, different things of that nature. So that's one of the things I really enjoy.
Sounds great. I love it.
Okay. Here's another one. What is your favorite hobby?
My favorite hobby. Let's see. All right. Don't judge. Listen and don't judge.
Okay. I'm not judging.
I love online shopping, y'all.
Okay, now I'm judging.
Me some.
Now I'm hey.
No, I love online shopping. I mean, I love online research as well, but online shopping and finding the rare things that I just enjoy.
She's a bargain hunter, y'all.
I'm a bargain hunter. I'm not gonna pay full price if I don't have to.
I know that's right. Okay, I love that. Okay, for me, it would be bowling.
Bowling, yes, you're good at bowling.
I love it. As a matter of fact, it's time for me.
Except for when I make this first strike.
Well, you know, yeah, I guess. But yeah. Love bowling, and you know, that's always a great pastime. So, all right, so people have been wanting to know a little bit. So, if you don't mind, we're just gonna take this thing a little bit deeper.
Okay, let's get acquainted with the people.
Yeah, we're gonna go a little bit deeper. Okay, so we've been married for 31 years.
Yes.
Okay, and after all these years, what is your favorite thing about it?
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. My favorite thing about you I have quite a few things. The first thing that impressed me when we met as teenagers in high school was your authentic love for God. It was so authentic for a young man, a teenager, you know. And so I love that about you, and it's shown through your spirit and how you treat others, how you love us and care for us. I just, it's my favorite. My favorite.
Okay. Wow, that was good. That was good. Thank you. Okay. So for me, it would have to be, you know, it's the way that you ever, and I know you've heard this before. People say it the way you make me feel.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's a song, you know. The song.
Really?
I think it's Stephanie Mills.
Oh yes, it is.
Now I'm not gonna try to sing it right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I remember back in the day, Stephanie Mills.
You're gonna put me in the mood to go listen to it now.
Something in the way you make me feel.
Oh, that's good.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah,
good.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
good. Yeah, I mean that's true. You make me feel like a king. You really
wow.
do. And so much so that I feel like I can accomplish anything.
You can, baby. You can.
Girl, you saying the right stuff. You're affirming me. Affirmation. Words of affirmation. Yes. Okay, yeah. And so you just put me you put me in such a good place to where even if I'm going through something difficult, mm-hmm. or if I feel like that I'm having to face an impossible situation, mm-hmm. your support is just so good that, you know, even in tough situations, it just makes me feel like, you know what, you can do this.
You
got this.
You can. I believe in you, babe.
So I you know, that's one of the wonderful things that I've really come to appreciate.
Well, you know what? Let me ask a question.
Here we go.
So, I mentioned that we met in high school. So, with us starting out our relationship as high school sweethearts, and now we're all grown up and just adulting.
Okay.
What is it that you like most about married life? We're called the HubbyWife Life, which is married life. What do you like most about married life?
I like loving you and being loved. Yeah, for real. I mean, really. It's really wonderful because you feel protected and free all at the same time.
Wow. Okay.
You know? I like the fact that I feel covered, but yet not smothered.
Right.
So
right.
it's that's one of the things I love about married life, and I know that I have no matter what, I gotta ride or die, y'all. Ride or die. Ride and live. I gotta ride and live.
We living over here.
Yeah, we living. So yeah, that's for me. That's what it is. How about you?
Awesome. Oh wow. I love being able to wake up to my best friend. I love that about married life. Doing life with my best friend. Doing love with my best friend. That's what I like. So, there you have it.
Thank you, my love. All right. So now, our children are so precious. I wanted to throw this question out to you.
Okay.
I know you were going to throw it out to me, but let me throw this question out to you.
Okay.
So, you know, parenting two amazing children, Braden and Brenna, now 17 and
19 years old, y'all.
Boy, they have grown up.
Yes.
What's one of the biggest things that you've learned about yourself as a parent or as a mom, and also about me?
Wow. Okay. That's a good question. What have I learned about myself as a mom is that I just never knew that I could love in this way. I just falling in love and having the patience that God has given me. And I take being a mom very, very seriously. And so I just want to give them the best memories, the best life. And most of all, I used to always say, I want them to know and love God and appreciate their dad as well. And what I also appreciate about you, as I watched you become a dad, you have been the most amazing dad. You are super dad. And I have taught the kids to honor you. You're a good father. I really appreciate that. It's so special. And I'm proud that you're my baby daddy.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So for me, it would be the level of patience. And you always have been, even when we've had to discipline the children, you've always been kind. You've always been patient. There are times when, the kids and I, we would be playing games or doing stuff, and as a mom, things would need to get done, and I'm just as caught up with doing whatever it is that the kids are doing. I'm almost like a kid myself in that moment in time. You still show tremendous patience, and I've learned patience by watching you being patient.
Wow.
Yeah. That's been incredible. And for me, one of the things that I've learned about being a parent myself is they are watching you.
Right.
They're watching. They're watching. And early on, I remember Braden, once he said, "Dad, like when you said," I realized, wow, I need to really be an example. I need to really,
they'll remind you. They'll remind you of stuff.
They are
for sure.
Yeah, they're watching. They're watching. So one of the things I've learned is to do what you say. Do what you say, and really spend time with them, building memories.
Right.
They're watching you, and they're wanting to be with you. And I've loved every moment. I've loved every moment that we've had with them. And to build those memories.
Right.
They'll be 30, 40, 50 years old, and they will remember those precious memories that they've had as children growing up.
That's right. So, and I remember one time the kids had said, well, why don't Daddy run? Why isn't he the president of the United States? I want him to be the president. I thought that was so cute when they were little. They used to say that. They used to say, I want y'all to be our teacher.
I'll gladly be your teacher. No problem with that. No word. I'll be your teacher. Yeah, President.
Okay.
All right. Okay, here's another one. What is one of the most romantic things that I've done for you that you'll make you smile?
Oh, wow. Okay, I'm going to try to keep this short, y'all, because it's been several things. But I remember one time, Babe, he had been working a lot of overtime. And then this one day he called me at work and said that he was able to get off early. And so he said, when you come home, we're going to go somewhere special. We're going to do something special. And he told me just dress casual, all that kind of thing. So long story short, he had gotten a hotel room.
Oh, yeah.
He decorated the room with flowers, and he placed these cute little note cards throughout the room. And each note card had a message to me. And that made me feel so special. Because I had been missing him from the hours that he'd been working. And he was able to get off and get to the hotel and decorate it. And he just kind of whisked me away. It was amazing. So when I think about that to this day, it still makes me smile.
Wow. Okay. Well, for me, one of the things that still makes me smile to this very day is the little mini cruise that we went on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. She surprised me with the mini cruise.
It was fun. A lot of fun.
We went, we were on the cruise, and they were playing one of our favorite songs.
Yes.
And I pulled her up, and we started dancing.
Dancing right there.
Right there to the song. And after we started dancing, a whole bunch of other
started
people jumped up and started dancing too.
Right,
so
other people started dancing.
We have all these couples that are on this little mini cruise dancing.
Yes.
So
yes.
It was
a lot of fun. It was beautiful.
It was
very
wonderful. Yes. I love that.
Awesome. Awesome.
All right. So here's another one.
Okay,
so you have been teaching couples. Now I've been teaching couples for 16 years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
What do you love? Have you loved about it?
You know, what I love the most is when they have that aha moment. And when we're pouring into them and they're getting it and they're taking it seriously and taking notes and using those tools and then when they come back to us and say how much they appreciate what we taught them, and then they're celebrating anniversaries and having babies in the with our premaritals. And so I appreciate that God uses us in that way, and I've really enjoyed that part. It's a lot of fun. It's educational, but it's a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's good. Wow. You know what? Mine is similar, and I think it's watching them learn about each other, things they did not know about one another.
Right.
You know,
they usually think, oh, we know everything. You know, we're good.
They normally think they do, but they really, there's a lot of things that they don't know about each other that they assume that they knew, but then they found out later that they really didn't know.
Right.
And watching them grow close, watching couples tell us things like, we were so glad to come to understand how much we really, really love each other.
Right.
And how much we really mean to each other.
Right.
Because a lot of times couples can be together and not be aware
right.
of what they really mean to each other because they haven't verbalized it, they haven't expressed it, they haven't talked it out. There are things that they just don't really know.
And the expectations are just
right
through the roof. And
right.
And they judge one another thinking you should already know this about me, or you should have known this about me, and it was never discussed. So it's always good to have that premarital experience.
Absolutely.
It's really eye-opening.
Absolutely. Can't read your mind. That'll be for another day. That'll be for another day. Okay. Wow. Man, time is flying. Okay. So let me say this. If I remember this correctly,
I know what you're gonna say.
Okay, come on with
Okay. Let me just share this with you as we're coming to a close. I share this with other couples and just want to share it with you all as you get to know us. And so this was an experience that I had as a child. We spent a couple of summers with my grandparents who lived in a really small town. And it wasn't a lot to do for children there, so my cousins and I would always go for walks. And my precious mama would always run out to the porch and say, hey, y'all make sure y'all stay together. Make sure you hold hands and you look both ways before crossing the street. Y'all hear me? We were like, yes, ma'am. And I found some relationship wisdom in what she said. A lot of things she said just comes back into my mind, but that I hold it really dear and just realize that there's some value in that.
Okay. So let me make sure I have this right.
Okay.
All right. Stay together.
What stay together means in relationship is basically the closeness that you need in your relationship. You're saying that I'm committed to you. You're saying that I'm attentive. Hold hands. When I reflect back, what that says is we're together. I choose you. I got you. And I accept I value your point of view. And there's always a two-way street. My perspective is not the only perspective in this relationship. And I'm looking out for us by looking both ways before we move forward. So that's some relationship wisdom that I got from my mama.
All right. That's good, sweetheart. All right. So we're closing this thing out. I'm Brian, and once again, this is my lovely wife, FeFe, and thank you for tuning in to
the Hubby Wife Life Podcast.
Y'all come on back. Come on back. There's more. We got more for you.
Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you all. Y'all be blessed.